interstitial fluid of the body. This is all talking about the same chemical composition. From there, you got the primitive gut tube where everything grows from. You know, they call it the ectoderm, the mesoderm, and the endoderm. And when you start looking and this is how holistic health is. Your skin is made from the same cells as your brain. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a skin problem, something is wrong with your brain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You start looking at your internal organs, they made for the same thing as your eyes. So I just think we need to be re-educated and taught what.
Listen to this very, very carefully. This is why y'all need to change the environment of the of a lot of y'all offsprings. You know, change your environment. Get them out here on the land. Get them back to work in the land and doing things on the land.
I remember when I had this snake, I was like, there's some stay in my consciousness. My mama said, if you don't change the cage and make the cage, and I'm like, dang. So now, you know, I'm 33 thinking about it. If you put somebody in an environment and you limit that environment, they're going to be unaware of or they're going to lack the knowledge of. And that's why we're not being privy to the environment. So, I mean, privy to the knowledge that they're keeping away from us. And that's why I respect you, man. You are our feed. You get into the high conversations, and now we waking people up. They essentially is we breaking that cage that my mama was talking about with that snake out here. We breaking it. Now that snake is able to grow and be introduced to another environment that it didn't even know existed, man.
You know, most of us, we so attracted to death, we got to distract them from it. Like, unfortunately, it's like, you know how like a person watching Netflix all day, like that's their distraction, but really. It's not. That's their primary focus. This is their distraction. You understand me? Because this ain't they dominant in their life. Like consciousness is now people distracted. This is what they primary focus.
I like that.
So it's like knowing that being a 1% of somebody, like trying to increase the repetition of getting into the pattern, better frequency of self. Like I always say, what you do frequently becomes your frequency.
Facts.
Right? Like. You can look at a person's reality and see the sum of their habits, their thoughts, their ideas, and
y'all heard that? Whatever you do frequently becomes your frequency. Whatever you do frequently becomes your frequency. And you know, whenever you vibrate on a certain frequency, that's what you're gonna attract. You're gonna attract those people on that same frequency. Okay? You know, you're gonna attract people on the bullshit. Because you on the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I've been doing this land stuff and, you know, hanging out with certain type of people, I've been attracting more of those type of people, and I've been attracting more properties and more deals. It's a law of nature. It's a law of nature. What he said right there was a gem. It was a gem. Whatever you practice frequently, that becomes your frequency. Okay? People getting up, all they want to do is smoke weed, fucking suck, just cuss and do all the stupid shit. You're gonna attract nothing but bullshit in your life. Okay? Get up and go to work, be a fucking slave. You're gonna attract nothing but bullshit in your life. Okay? Whatever you do frequently becomes your frequency. The more you slave is the more they're gonna slave you. That's why people be having one job, then they like, oh my God, I can't pay these bills. I gotta go get another job. And I still can't pay these bills. I gotta go get a third job. And I still can't pay these bills. Now my man a job or and another job. Now my baby's got to go get a job. We can't pay these bills. The more you slave is the more you become a slave. The more you try to break out of that mindset and become an entrepreneur and a business owner is the more businesses you'll see that you could create and the more money you make from those businesses. Okay? I got 7 businesses. Okay? Look, why you think Walmart could flourish, Amazon could flourish, Facebook could flourish? These people sat down, put all the bullshit aside, and focused on their business. And them business ain't just become popular overnight. People worked at their business. What's his name? The dude that started Walmart. I think he was in his 50s, 60s when he started Walmart. He used to work at J.C. Penney's. And then he started one little store. He had that store. Then he had another store. Then It took years, 10 and 20 years after he retired from JCPenney to even start Walmart. Okay, same with Mark Zuckerberg. You know, Facebook, he stole Facebook idea, but the Rinkelbacher twins, whatever, they worked on that Facebook idea for years. Okay, then Jeff Bezos, he worked on Amazon, sold was books. He realized the data he was collecting was more than the books. So he used the data to figure out what people wanted to buy, and then he started marketing those things and getting those things, and one thing led to another. So even with you starting your business, it ain't going just overnight. It work at your business. It's going to take 5, 10, 20 years for your business to flourish. But work at that. And then once it flourished, boom, one thing after the other, one thing after the other. You find yourself having 10 businesses, 20 franchises, whatever. Okay? My business partner had one restaurant, had two. I'm telling you, man, the more the your frequency. The things you do frequently becomes your frequency. Okay, and I'm
You know, they call it the ectoderm, the mesoderm, and the endoderm. And when you start looking how health is, your skin is made from the same cells as your brain. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a skin problem, something is wrong with your brain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You start looking at your internal organs, they're made for the same thing as your eyes. So like I just think we need to be re-educated and taught of what true love is, and that love for self is gonna make us research health. It's gonna make us research food. It's gonna make us research religion. It's gonna have to start with that self-love. But you know, again, we letting people create our environment and putting us in these tanks. I used to have a snake, you know, and I remember when I had this snake, I was like 10 years old, but something caught up to me. It stayed in my consciousness. My mama said, if you don't change the cage and make the cage bigger, the snake won't grow. It will only grow to...
And that's why y'all got to get y'all babies out of this employee mindset too. But when you finish high school, you need to get a job and all this type of foolishness. I mean, you shouldn't even be having them working on a job in high school at 14. You should straight up have them doing a little business. I don't care if it's selling little school supplies or snacks and stuff to other students. You could go to Sam's Club and buy some healthy snacks and have your baby put them in a little cooler or something, one of them little thin coolers, and bring them to school with one of them ice packs, and sell that stuff. You know, some frozen ice, and sell little snacks and stuff, healthy snacks. Sell school supplies. You know what I mean? My nephew, he does stuff like that and make good money too. He done save about $1,000 doing that. It's all kind of things, man, to train your offspring to be entrepreneurs. You could have them start a podcast right here on their phone. They're on their phone all day. There's a lot of these young people making millions and hundreds of thousands off their phone. They know better how to make money and how to be better entrepreneurs than a lot of you adults. Okay? You should encourage that. Don't encourage them to have no job and become a fucking slave and be on that frequency of a job and a job mindset. Encourage them to be business minded. If all these businesses cause out here flourish and it was in somebody's brain to have these business and now they flourishing, why you can't do it? Only reason you can't do it is because you're not on that frequency, because you're too busy practicing how to be an employee. Okay? Whatever you practice frequently becomes your frequency. All right? Hit me up to buy land. My phone number is 754-229-0940. 754-229-0940. I charge $250 for my consultation. It's $50 a week for 5 weeks, okay? Or you can pay cash one time for $225 via Cash App, Chime, Zelle, cryptocurrency, okay? And I go through so many things with you. You'll be a full-fledged property developer, investor within a year. All right, 754-229-0940.
in the cage. And I'm like, dang. So now, I'm 33 thinking about it. If you put somebody in an environment and you limit that environment that you put them in, they only going to be able to grow to function in that environment.
That's a fact.
Anything outside that environment, they're going to be unaware of or they're going to lack the knowledge of. And that's why we ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Because we are not being privy to the environment. So, privy to the knowledge that they're keeping away from us. And that's why I respect you, man, like so much, because you are out feeding the masses of people and you get.
All right, y'all can watch the rest of the video yourself. Talk to you later. Peace.